Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. To you brothers out there, you members of the elect, to you sisters out there, there's your brother Eldayathan. I want to say double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Back at you with another video. Let me get all settled over here. Slacky, give me a minute. Excuse me. All right, so I'm gonna jump right into it. I don't know how this lesson's gonna go, man. I'm just gonna kind of go by the spirit. I'm gonna go kind of high level, and maybe the spirit had me go deeper into this. But as you see on the screen, this represents the Chaldeans. Now, in actuality, the Chaldeans were dark-skinned. They were dark-skinned people. All right. But the Chaldeans are known for their magic and for their astrology. Now, if you go to Google and you type in who are the Chaldeans, what were the Chaldeans known for? So that's the most important thing. Considered the little sister to Assyria and Babylonia, the Chaldeans, a Semitic-speaking tribe that lasted for around 230 years, known for astrology and witchcraft, were latecomers to Mesopotamia who were never strong enough to take on Babylonia or Assyria at full strength. So what I want to glean out of this particular little paragraph here is that the Chaldeans were well known for their magic, for their witchcraft. These are the same people that were accompanied Nebuchadnezzar. These are the same people that the Magi that accompanied the Pharaoh. Matter of fact, the word magic comes from Magi. And I just got a bunch of information scattered here. And man, I don't know what order to play this stuff in. But let me see if I got a scripture here that goes into Magi. Matter of fact, let me do this. So you're just gonna have to bear with me a little bit. Egyptian Magi. Let's do this. Pharaoh. It's Pharaoh. Okay, so these are famous Magi. Janes and Jambres are widely thought to be the two magicians called, slacking for that, two magicians called by Pharaoh to oppose Moses. All right, Paul talked about these two as an example of deceivers. Now, let's see if I get a picture of the Magi's. Okay. Now, when you read it, here's a depiction. Again, look, this is Moses with Pharaoh and the Magi's. Let me see if I get a better picture. Right here. See this picture here? With this is supposed to be Moses, I suppose. And I guess this is a Pharaoh and the Magi's. And this is when they were going head to head, turning the staffs into serpents. Now, excuse me. Again, the first thing wrong with this photo is that the Egyptians were dark-skinned. Moses was dark-skinned. I mean, everybody knows that. So that's clear as day. So we don't even have to go into that. So that's number one. Number two, I just want to bring out that just like today, you have, now like I said, I'm going to talk kind of high level, meaning I'm going to talk like you brothers already are familiar with some of this. So just like today, you have higher luminaries, then you got lesser luminaries. Well, during the time of Egypt, in the ancient days, you had the same thing. You had the lesser luminaries, you had the higher luminaries. Now, during the time of Egypt with the Pharaoh, he would keep the higher level luminaries, meaning the high magicians, the so-called noble magicians. he would have them by his side. And those magicians dressed, or the Magi's, right, which is where magician comes from, magic. Those Magi's, they dress differently. So they had staffs. When yet in the ancient times, not anyone could carry a staff in Egypt around a pharaoh. Only the high-end magicians carried staffs because it was a symbol of power. Now, these magicians, they were going one-on-one with Moses, with the magic. So they were also able to turn their staffs into serpents. But the Most High had it where Moses' serpent ate their serpent, showing that the Most High's power is greater than their power, because their power comes from where? The left-hand side, which the Most High controls the right and the left-hand side, right? So we can get that real quick. That's I think it's Isaiah 45, either 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So the Most High gave the Egyptian Magi's power. And the Most High took their power away, because there came at one point, see here, when the Most High through Moses was sending the plagues on Egypt, and the Pharaoh's Magi's, they were going one-on-one with Moses. But there came a point where the Most High was just putting it on them so bad that they couldn't do anything, right? And this was when the Most High sent the lice upon them. So if you go to Exodus 8 and 18, it says the magicians did so with their enchantments to bring forth lice, but they could not. So there were lice upon man and upon beasts. So just like today, nothing's different. How today Esau, he attempts to alter the prophecies or stop the prophecies, or he tries to trick the Most High, use illusions to trick the Most High out of delivering Israel. Excuse me. Just like Esau is going to try to battle the Most High with his magic, well, during the ancient times in Egypt, it was no different. Okay, but the thing is, the power of the Egyptians is the same power that is worshipped here in Babylon. But those idols have no power against the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So if you read verse 19, it says, then the magician said unto Pharaoh, this is the finger of the Most High. And Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he hearkened not unto them as the Lord had said. In other words, they said, look, we can't F with this. This is straight up the Most High. It came to a point where they said, look, this is from the Most High. Because look, Zechariah 14 and 9 says this. The same thing's going to happen now. Zechariah 14 and 9 says, and the Lord shall be king over all the earth. In that day there shall be one Lord, and his name one. Because the way the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is coming, and the things he's going to bring upon the earth is going to be, he's going to cause things to happen, such catastrophic events to happen, that they're going to be of biblical proportions, that man, all the modern day magicians, which by the way, the modern day magicians, the modern day Chaldeans, the high level ones, these are the technocrats, or the high level witches, which the Most High works through them to come up with the technology that we have now, the high level technology. The Most High works through them. But there's going to come a point in time where none of their top secret, because you have, everybody knows that they have top secret, but there's a category which goes higher than a top secret, which people that have access to top secret don't even have access to this level, which is called above top secret. There's even a website called Above Top Secret. And this website goes into all types of information. But there is a category, a level of access called above top secret. And these are the shadow experts, not the guys you see on TV like Bill Gates and what's his name, the Tesla boy, Elon Musk, and what's the other one, Dr. Fauci. Those guys you see on TV, those are lower level magicians. The real magicians, the real technocrats, the real Magi's, the powerhouse of the Chaldeans that summon the demons, they're behind the scenes. Okay, so they roll just like the Magi's rolled side by side with Pharaoh. These Magi's today, they're behind the scenes. They're side by side with the Rothschilds, with the top level leaders. Okay, now there's another scripture I want to bring out. Just came to my head. See if I could get it through the concordance. Because I haven't brought it up in a while. Isaiah 47, which is a badass chapter. Isaiah 47 and 11. Matter of fact, let me start on top. Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust. Sit in the dust means what? To sit in confusion, because America is known as what? America is the golden cup in the Lord's hand. America is the pinnacle, is the top. This is why in America they have what's called the summit meetings, because they are the top of the mountain. So the Lord said, come down and sit in the dust, because there's going to come a point in time that all the deception, all the technology, which is also nothing but deception, all right? Because if you read about Bel and the Dragon is a perfect example, that Esau's magic is really not all that. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors, illusions, deceptions, just like Bel and the Dragon. You know, in Bel and the Dragon, Nebuchadnezzar set up a deity, Bel, and they would put food in front of it and the food would disappear. And all the simpletons thought that the idol was eating up the food. But what it was is the priests, well, even Nebuchadnezzar, from what I remember, I haven't read it in a while, even Nebuchadnezzar, from what I believe, was deceived, because the priests would come out at night and they would eat the food and take the food for themselves and for the family. And Nebuchadnezzar ended up putting them to death, you know? So this is the same thing like when you watch the magician shows, they're slicing people in half, and then you go on YouTube and then they break down the whole thing, how they set up the illusion. It's not real. So a lot of Esau's technology is nothing but illusions, like the holograms. So they have bringing a dead person back to life. A rapper, Tupac, Biggie Smalls, is nothing but illusions. But anyway, verse 1 says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Why? Because America, here in America, they have gone and they have studied and they have dug up all the ancient texts of the Chaldeans, the Sumerians, the Babylonians, and they mastered the witchcraft. Or in other words, they mastered the technology, because modern day technology is nothing but ancient witchcraft. It's the same thing. This is why if you watch the movie, well, matter of fact, let me do this, and Lord's will, this video doesn't get taken down for this. Let me see, hold on. Let me get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of that. I'll bring that up in a minute. Chaldeans, get rid of that. Hold on. Okay. So if you look here, these are a bunch of texts. Chaldean magic, its origin and development. Same book, Chaldean magic. Right? The supreme black and red and internal magic. So again, as we read earlier, the Chaldeans were known for their magic, for their astrology. Now, what Esau did to perfect this, number one, is look, they show you this in the movie Blade. Now I'm gonna go now in the movie Blade. You had Deacon Frost, which Deacon Frost represents the newer faction, the younger faction of the Illuminati. And then you had the older faction, which is I forgot what this guy's name is. He represents like the older faction, Illuminati. So Deacon Frost, being from the younger faction, he's using technology, or in other words, he's using artificial intelligence to decode the ancient texts. He's using AI. And Elon Musk said out of his own mouth. Matter of fact, let me just play that now. Let's hear what Elon Musk got to say.
From Tesla Motors CEO Elon Musk, it has nothing to do with cars. Instead, Musk warned about artificial intelligence, which he has called more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Musk spoke at a symposium at MIT.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know all those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Didn't work out.
I take it there will be no HAL 9000 going up to Mars.
HAL 9000 would be easy. It's way more complex than, I mean, it would put HAL 9000 to shame. Yeah.
Yeah, so Esau is delving in some deep magic. They have gone farther than any of the previous kingdoms before them. This is why in the book of Daniel's, Nebuchadnezzar, he had a dream about the vision. And you go down to the feet, and as apostles and bishops always break down, the feet represent NATO, America. But the reason why it is a feet is because, well, America is the last kingdom, which is really the Roman Empire, because the Roman Empire also had the ancient forms of NATO, which were the ancient empires that aligned with them. And that is what made Rome a lot different than the previous empires. But anyway, that the reason why it's the feet of the image is because it upheld and it took philosophies, bits and pieces of all the previous empires before it, and created a super empire from all the knowledge. This is why Esau is deep into archaeology and sciences. Okay, man, I got a lot of scriptures here I don't want to lose. I want to keep my train of thought, but let me jump to Ezekiel 28 because the Most High made Esau a powerful being to be reckoned with. Okay, the Most High outfitted Esau with technology, with weaponry, with wisdom. Okay, but all his wisdom and all his technology is on the left-hand side, right? So if we go to Ecclesiastes in the Apocrypha, this is chapter 42. Let me blow this up. Verse 24. I know I'm moving fast, so slack about that. But just try to keep up. Ecclesiastes 42 and 24. It says, all things are doubled once against another, and he hath made nothing unperfect. So the Most High made the yin and the yang. We read earlier, he created light and he created darkness. He created good and he created evil. The Most High created wickedness and righteousness. So he created a force of righteousness, which is Yahushai, right? And the seed of the woman, which are the Israelites. And he also created wickedness in its perfection, which is Esau, which is a manifestation of the devil, of Satan. Okay. But Esau was made in perfection. Okay. Because you're not going to find Esau doing anything righteous or following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Esau is more on point than Israel is. So the Most High made him perfect in his wickedness. For the tool that he was created, or the purpose that he was created to do, he is made in its. Esau is made in his perfection for his purpose. Which is what? John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. So let's read Ezekiel 28. And 12, it says, Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus. This represents Esau. And say unto him, Thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, thou sealest up the sum, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of the Most High, which is paradise. And we read about the serpent in the garden. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day thou was created. So again, as I said before, for the purpose of wickedness, the Most High made a perfect being, which was Esau, the perfect weapon, the perfect embodiment of evil. For instance, take Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley, his mother called him the beast. Verse 14, she called him the beast of Revelation, his own mother. And he is known for that do as thou wilt spirit, which that's the same spirit that Esau pushed in the garden to Eve. That's the same spirit that what's my man that created Scientology? Damn, his name is not coming to me. Ronald Hubbard, is it Hubbard? Hold on, let me see. Scientology. I think it's Ronald Hubbard. Ron Hubbard. Yep, L. Ron Hubbard. Actually, I did a show on him. And then there's a demon he saw. I think it's called Ewask. Let me see if I can find it. Ewaski, maybe? Ewaski. And basically, this demon is where they get the gray alien from. Let me see if I can find Ewaski. Give me a second. I'm kind of going in the spare, so I didn't really prepare this. Hold up. Now I'm determined to find this. Hold on a second, brothers. Because there's a demon that he summoned. So L. Ron Hubbard actually went to Egypt, and he went inside a pyramid and he summoned up Satan. And Satan came to him in a form of a gray alien with big eyes. And this is where they got that image from. And this is where he came up with Scientology. And I'm trying to find hold on. I thought it was Ewask. If I don't find it, then damn, I'm gonna be kind of pissed off if I don't find it. Ewask, hold on. Egypt. If I don't find it, then all right. Well, it looks like I'm not gonna find it. Damn. Okay, I'm not gonna find it right now. Lord's will, I'll get that information and bring it out to you, brothers. But yeah, back to the scripture. So it says, "Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of the Most High. Every precious stone was thy covering: the sardius, topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold." And Eden represents the entire earth, which the entire earth was given into the hand of Esau, the wicked. And the carbuncle and gold, the workmanship of thy tabrets and of thy pipes was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth. And the Most High did anoint him with wisdom to purpose the Most High's doing, his will. And I have set thee so. Thou was upon the holy mountain of the Most High. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stone of fire. Now, when the Most High called his sons in the book of Job, and Satan also came among them, what did he say? He said, I come from walking to and fro in the earth. See if I can find that. Let me see. I think it's a to fro. Can I get a list of I don't know if I could do it this way. I thought it said, hold on. All right. Well, you brothers can put in the I'm pretty sure when you brothers watching this know exactly where it's at. So you could put it in the chat. So all right. So let's go back to I lost Ezekiel 28. But that was the gist of it, right? So the reason I wanted to bring that out is because Esau, through the perfection of being wicked, okay, that spirit the Most High gave him, he was able to go into all the ancient texts, like the books that I showed earlier, and he was able to extract and decode all the information so that he could summon all those demons. All right, so let's play this clip.
You have been warned before. These archives are restricted to the members of the House of Argus. You're wasting your time. It's a dead language. The ancient text can never be translated. You wouldn't even understand them. David Frost! I'm talking to you! Shh. You voice out,
We're in a library. You don't need to shout.
What do you have to Frost?
All right, so that's it on that. If I play anymore, I'm gonna get hit with a copyright. All right, so the point is, man, is that they use this AI technology, which you heard Mr. Musk say out of his own mouth, which is basically demons. So this is the new age way that they're using the demons. And look, what they've understood from digging into these ancient texts and decode this information is that to perfect their witchcraft, they need three things. Mainly, there's three arts that they need to combine together to perfect their witchcraft. And this is medicine, religion, and astrology. This is why Esau has his pharmaceutical system, pharmakia, which is what? Witchcraft, to keep these people drugged up and under a spell. Then they also give them what? Religion. Religion is nothing but spells. Matter of fact, the English language itself is a spell. This is why when you have a contest, they call it what? A spelling bee. When they say to say the alphabet, they say spell the alphabet. All right, because it's not, the English language is actually a spell. So it's art, the three arts are medicine, religion, and astrology. And this is why when you go into the book of Jeremiah 10, it says, go not in the way of the heathen, neither be dismayed at the stars of heaven, because that goes into astrology. And then if we go back to Isaiah 47, Isaiah 47, verse 9, it says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. So how do you think these devils are able to come up with these movies where they could predictive programming? They could predict things that's going to happen 20, 30 years later. Why do you think they deal with false flags of events? And the false flag events happen at a particular time, at a particular date, in a particular year. And everything just seems to come together. How do you think they're able to pull off these elaborate schemes like the C-19 and deceive the entire world? Is because it's power from the left-hand side. It's perfection from the left-hand side. And they use what? They're demons. Which again, the demons, they come from the left-hand side. But today, they pray to these demons. They use AI technology And this keeps people under a spell. But again, just like in the time of ancient Egypt, when the Most High decided to withdraw the power from the Magi's, there wasn't anything they could do. And nothing has changed. So the Most High right now is making mockery. Verse 9 again, it says, they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it had perverted thee. Perverted means to turn away from the truth. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else besides me. Right. If you go into Isaiah 14, they went to the point to say that they are the Most High, that the Most High can't even mess with them. So those same demons that they pray to, just like at Nebuchadnezzar, when I brought out earlier, that Nebuchadnezzar was tricked by his own idols, something that he had workmen and skilled craftsmen create. And then his priests, his own magicians were tricking him because they were stealing the food and acting like the idol was eating the food. And then Daniel, he went up in there and he made an ancient virgin a C4 and he blew the whole thing to smithereens. Verse 11, it said, therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to put it off. Just like in ancient Egypt, we read it earlier, the Magi's that were not able to put off the works of the Most High. So in this day, whatever plans they got lined up, whatever technology they got above top secret, whatever they got going on, the Most High is going to shut it down. And this is what it means when the Most High said that he's going to put the fire out, the wicked out, because their fire, aka Illuminati, their flame, their light, the Most High is going to shut it out. All right. It said, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Verse 12, stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. You know what Esau is doing now? Esau is doing nothing but trying to complete what Nimrod started, the Tower of Babel. Because that so-called New World Order, that goes back all the way back to Nimrod, where he tried to create a new world, and he tried to bring all the nations together, and he tried to build a tower, try to escape the Most High's judgment. But the Most High brought that whole thing to naught. So verse 12, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth, if so, thou shalt be able to profit, if so, thou mayest prevail. And Most High is talking ish right now. Verse 13, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Right. Again, I'm going to go back to ancient Egypt, because this is modern day in Egypt. It came to a point where the Magi's are like we ain't got nothing left in the tank. There's nothing left. Nebuchadnezzar, when he had the dream, he ended up putting all his Magi's to death because they couldn't break down a dream. They had nothing in the tank. But Daniel, who was a man of the Lord, was able to break it down. Moses was able to persevere over the Egyptians through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And fast forward modern day time, the Most High is going to give his elect spiritual power, which will outdo any technology that Esau got. Another good point is that, I brought out earlier, we read in the scriptures how Esau is going to one-on-one with Moses. Well, Esau is trying to do that with the Most High. So all the technology Esau got now, they got it from what? They got it from mimicking the technology that the Most High put inside the animals. Being able to change shape, being able to change color. The animals, essentially, they got spiritual power. They have a sixth sense. When catastrophes are about to happen, animals sense it before we do. When the flood is coming, they'll run up in the mountains. Instinctively, they feel it. How do you know when summer is really here? When you start seeing the animals and the insects start going to work, start making nests. They don't have a weatherman. They instinctively know. So they have a sixth sense. They can sift out certain spirits. They have technology that Esau is mimicking or is still trying to mimic. And this is why they do, they have their technocrats on the left-hand side again, and they're specialized, their microscopes, and they're trying to split DNA and all that stuff. They even go as far as to digging up ancient mummies and ancient rulers and trying to graft their DNA to try to produce some type of super demon, like you see in the movies where they try to clone DNA of a mummy they dug up. Oh yeah, they're into all of that. Necromancy, which the scriptures speak about. Okay, that might be it, man. Let me see if I got anything else here. I got Daniel, but we don't need to read that. But this is when Nebuchadnezzar summoned the magicians and the astrologers and the sorcerers and Chaldeans to break down the dream, which they have that now because Esau got technology now where they can read your thoughts. They can record dreams. So like I said, they've surpassed all the ancient kingdoms. So they're really proud. Do I have anything else here? Yeah, brothers and sisters, I think that's it, man. So Lord's will, this was edifying. This was kind of like just a quick run through, and maybe the Spirit will get on me to go a little bit deeper and dig up more information. But for right now, brothers and sisters, Lord's will, this was edifying, and I want to say shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Kakadash, shalom.